Welcome to the Dining with Nadiva show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Nadiva, and we are
TNT. Hey, y'all.
I'm Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. I'm Tasha. Thanks for joining us today.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.
And share.
And share. So, ladies, how y'all doing today?
I'm doing amazing.
Fabulous.
Y'all looking fabulous.
Thank you for asking. So do you, as always.
Thank you. No sparkle. I love sparkle.
I know. I had to find my sparkle in the closet for you, just for you guys.
Just for you.
Look, we make you shine. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Glitter.
Come on with the glitter.
Come on, somebody.
I like it.
I love glitter. You know, you got to stand out a little bit and bring your spirits up when you sparkle in the fall.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hello?
Amen.
Oh, gosh. Well, we have a wonderful show for you today. Our topic that we're going to be covering is blended families. Yeah. This is a good one.
This is a good one.
Really good one.
I'm pretty sure we all can.
Oh,
we all
yeah.
can relate
Relate
to
to
this
this
all
topic.
relate.
Definitely.
Because they're all different dynamics of what a blended family is.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, all different. Yep.
So,
A lot of sides
and
to
there's
it.
all different perspectives of what a blended, how a blended family could work. Some of the challenges,
Mm-hmm.
some of the positive things in
Mhm.
blended families. So we're going to get into that. But first,
What are we going to do, Nay?
we're going to eat.
Diva?
Oh, please, can we eat?
We're going to eat.
Are we really going to eat?
We are
tonight?
going to eat today.
Okay, so
And
tell us what we got.
Let me tell you a little bit about our featured restaurant today. They're called Jay-Z Seafood. They're located in Englewood, New Jersey, 35 West Palisade Avenue. And they do all types of seafood. So what we're having today is we're going to be eating their Jay-Z Seafood combo with Cajun garlic butter and lemon pepper seasoning.
Yes.
So it's a
Yes.
seafood boil, and it has crab legs, shrimp. I mean, it's 4 pounds of just pure goodness from the sea.
Yummy deliciousness
I
from the
love
sea. It's goodness from the sea.
It's goodness from the sea. And let me just tell you, everything that you see on here today is actually how they package it.
Okay.
They did nothing special for us. They wanted me to.
Okay. They wanted you to
This
get the
is-
full experience.
Yes,
They want you to know
okay,
exactly how it comes.
So when you see the portions in these meals and in these dishes, what you see here
what you get.
is
What
what
you
you're
get.
going to get. We're also going to be tasting a fried combo, and we're going to be eating wings, jumbo shrimp, fried oysters,
Mm-hmm.
catfish,
Mm-hmm.
whiting, and some more jumbo shrimp.
Come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody.
Oh,
Let's
this is going to be
do it.
delish. We
Yeah.
are about to get it in.
I'm telling you.
think?
I said I wasn't gonna starve myself before,
But you did it anyway.
but I did it. I think my brain just doesn't.
It said, don't eat right now.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
On
gonna
tape
eat.
on taping days, my brain's just like hold off.
See, your brain
Just
knows.
hold off. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Your brain
Smart
knows.
organ.
Don't let your stomach talk to you. Let your brain talk to you.
Mm, 'cause
Okay.
you're asleep before you get here. All right, well, are you hungry?
I'm
Yes,
hungry.
I'm
Very
hungry.
hungry,
They're
too.
gonna be hungry too
You
after
are.
they see what we're about
Right.
to engorge.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Well, you know what? We're
About to
going to be
gorge on
right back. You stay right there
Yeah.
because you're going to be in for a treat. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Do you see this table?
Oh, man. We have
Ta-da.
some
Do you see
Yeah.
what's going on this table?
Table.
Right about here?
This is a thanks of giving, a
Crazy.
giving of the thanks, if you will. Hallelujah.
Giving of the thanks. So let me just explain what's going on. So we all got kind of different things on our plates right now. So Tracy, why don't you tell them what you're working with?
I have catfish and french fries.
I have catfish and shrimp and French fries, and I'm about to dig into this boil.
You actually have whiting.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's true. You know why? Because I don't eat catfish. I knew that. But thank you.
It's all good. It's all
bad.
good. It's all good. I am actually doing the catfish as well. I'm doing the jumbo shrimp, but I got a chicken wing and some fries. And in the center of this table is heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Or what I would like to have in heaven when I go there.
True that.
But this is 4 pounds of just deliciousness. What we have in here is we got some crawfish, We got some clams. We got
Okay.
some crab legs. We got some corn. We got some shrimps. And it's all been seasoned with their Cajun garlic butter and lemon pepper seasoning. It's all, this particular boil actually has all of those 3 seasonings in one.
Okay.
But when you go to their store, you can get them separate. Okay. But it came highly recommended that you combine all 3.
Okay.
Just a little tidbit of information. So, ladies, are y'all ready? Y'all look at her.
What? Just give me permission. I
She's
want to
just
eat.
like-
I'm hungry.
She's like a kid in
I'm
candy.
timid.
Well, we
Let's
wait
go.
for this moment. We do wait for this moment.
Well, I'm ready to dig in. Are y'all?
Okay, yay.
All right, come on, let's do
Thank
this.
you.
But okay.
You messing around over here.
So what do we have, Nay?
I just had a fry because, I start small and then work my way out.
So what do you
The
think?
fries are seasoned delicious. And I'm not much of a ketchup person. If the fries are seasoned well,
Then you don't need it.
right.
Right.
I'm going to taste this shrimp because this shrimp looks jumbo.
Do you like our bibs? I think they're gorgeous. This came with the seafood boil.
For those of us who sometimes have trouble putting food or keeping food in our mouths. But I don't have that problem.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
No. I do not.
Because you were the one who knew exactly how to put these bibs on.
This
So I'm just
is
wondering.
not my first time at the rodeo. Hello.
And she did it with excitement, too.
Sure did.
Can't wait to put that bib on.
Ready to eat.
Yeah, she likes to get messy. Look at Tasha. She knows if these cameras were not on her right now, you would see it go down. Or maybe you wouldn't, but.
So where are they?
This catfish is delicious.
Oh, they're close by.
Yeah, so they're on 35 West Palisade Avenue in Englewood, New Jersey. Their telephone number is 201-431-9199. Their website is www.jzfishwings.com. Make sure when you go in there, you tell them
TNT sent you.
from the Dining with Nadiva show. They're absolutely wonderful in there. It's their grand opening. Their restaurant is absolutely amazing. But as I said, this is kind of a way for me to help those people that are coming out, starting new restaurants, to drive some traffic. So here, definitely go check out Jay-Z's Seafood. But wait, I want to try this before we move along because I can't resist. And you know something, you guys? Oh my gosh. I always say, don't we always say, I wish we had smell-o-vision?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is just, oh my goodness. Look at those shrimps. Look at that garlic. Look at those crab legs. Look at, oh, and I got a claw. Look at this. Look at it.
She got a claw.
Look at this. Let me just taste this.
Well, there is some corn here.
Yes, taste the corn. Tracy's not a real big shellfish.
No, I'm not.
No?
No, I'm not.
Oh, darling.
However, there is
Comma.
some things, right, correct. There is some things in here that I do like the corn and the potatoes, and it's soaked in the seasoning. Delicious. You can you continue?
I'm rocking.
I see. It looks.
This is why we need the bib. See,
Does it
What you do?
yes.
You got juice on you?
all over me.
That's what.
I'm
Let me
not.
get another shrimp.
I can't with you guys.
Let me
I
get
really
another
just
shrimp.
can't. I can't.
Because,
I
God
really
is in the
can't.
midst of all this now. When he watches everything.
So, but what else is going on in there? Is there
Potato, too.
right?
Grab a potato.
I can't.
Now,
Grab a
y'all know
potato.
we can't eat this whole thing on here. But let me just tell you something. This bag is going home with somebody.
Yes. Yes, it is. The kids are waiting.
Mm-hmm.
They said Auntie Nadiva was going to send them something.
Oh,
Nadiva.
yeah.
That's what Alex said, too. Alex said that Auntie Nadiva was going to send him something. That's
Right.
what Alex said. I heard him when he said it.
You're on the spot.
So,
Auntie
I'm just
Nadiva.
auntie to everybody when it comes to the
Auntie
food.
Nadiva
Auntie
got you
Nadiva.
covered.
Okay. Well, yes, we always have plenty of food. Well, we are going to tear this up. Listen, if you're in the area, I know I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. if you're in the area, Bergen County area, Jersey area, Northern New Jersey area, go over to see Jay-Z Seafood. Israel
Delicious.
is the manager there. He's absolutely amazing, so accommodating, and so sweet. Everyone in there is amazing. The food is phenomenal. Okay?
You won't be sorry.
You will not be sorry.
You want to do those syllables again?
The food is phenomenal.
Okay. Got it.
Mm.
Well, can we dig in?
Yeah, so we're going to
Because
dig in right here,
waiting.
right now.
We're waiting to really dig in.
We'll be right back.
We were waiting.
I was.
What to pick out?
Yes. I'm waiting.
Well, let's do that right now.
Okay.
We'll be
Right
right
back.
back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was so filling.
It
Oh my
was.
gosh.
Wasn't it delicious?
It was delicious.
Oh my goodness. Lord, well, as I said, go check out Jay-Z Seafood because that was absolutely bomb.
I'm ready to take a nap.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Full sleep.
That's the itis.
Full sleep. But wait, we got a good diva topic today.
What's the topic, Nadiva?
We got a good diva topic today. So today's topic is blended families. And when this has nothing to do with race, okay, just so y'all know what the
Yeah, please get that straight.
Yes, no, nothing to do with race. But what we're going to talk about is, what are the challenges of being in a blended family? What are the positive aspects of being in a blended family? And how do children respond to blended families? And how do you thrive in a blended family? So, we'll be covering all that today. But, I'm interested to see how you ladies feel about it. Tracy, how do you feel about this blended family? I know you.
Nadiva,
got some
you know.
experience.
Yeah. About 15 years of it. Married with 4 kids already. Sam came in. And of course, Kevin and Keisha were teenagers. And there was this thing where there was a battle for my attention, the kids, because it was just me and them for a while.
A battle for your attention between the kids and Sam?
Well, Sam wasn't really fighting for my attention.
Who was fighting for
The
your
kids were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the teenagers.
Did
'Cause-
Sam have children?
No, he had no children. And it was all new to him. And also the culture was different, right? Because, the kids were talking about their feelings and what they wanted. And, in his culture, it's not. The kids are the kids.
What was his culture?
He's Lebanese.
Okay.
He's Muslim. And so it was a constant setting boundaries. We had to continue to set boundaries and look like a united front because behind closed doors, we could have a conversation about, I don't feel like that was right, or, maybe we should do this different. But in front of the children, we had to make sure that we looked like we were united,
Of
even when
course.
we weren't.
Yeah.
It took them a while to get adjusted, right, to, Sam being an authority in the house, having a say-so about coming and going, curfews and stuff like that.
Did you and Sam discuss that? Whether or not he would have say in
Yes,
what the
we
kids
did.
could and couldn't do?
We did discuss that. We did. He was somebody who looked ahead of time. You know what I mean? He wasn't someone that got in the moment and then was just like, okay, we're doing this. No, before he even came to the house, before we got married, while we were dating and before he even met the kids, he thought about like what the process was going to be, how the kids were going to accept him or not accept him, and what we were going to do to, blend our family.
Right.
And your kids were young. You had some young kids too when you
So
guys met,
Awari
right?
was 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah, he's Awari's daddy.
Oh, wow.
And then Attila was 6,
Mhm.
and Kevin and Keisha were 12, going on 13.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of pull. It was a lot of, but he knew what he was signing up for, right? So that's the thing.
That's
you
half the battle.
You have to know what you're signing up for.
I know what you're walking into.
You have to know
And
what you're
it's a
walking
good thing
into.
because he had a good woman who prepared him. He
Absolutely.
didn't walk into the battlefield like, what's this?
Right, right. And he wasn't trying to hog me. The kids were pulling for attention. He was like, okay, spending time
He
with
was
the kids.
happy to fall back.
Right, he was happy to fall back. He allowed the time for me to kind of, after a while, when we were dating, I would bring Awari. Awari was young, so Awari was easier.
Right.
Then it would be one time, me, him, and Attila, you know what I mean, so that they could get acquainted. and then it would be Kevin and Keisha. But Kevin and Keisha were a lot harder. Kevin didn't come to the wedding.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
And how old were they again?
Kevin was 14 when we got married.
See, my mama said,
Mama said.
because, I'm dating.
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm in my 40s. So, of course, 9 times out of 10, anybody that I'm going to be introduced
We'll
to
have children.
will have children.
Right.
And she says, there's nothing wrong with dating a man that has children. I have no problem with it. But she said it tends to be, and this is from her personal experience with me, but she said, in Nadia, you want to definitely have, you want to date somebody that has kids that are either really, really young or kind of
out of the house.
Out of the
because
house.
that middle age, that teen age, is a very difficult
doozy.
age
Right.
to.
Teenagers are difficult, even if you're not in a blended family. And that's what I had to explain to Sam. Some of it, he thought it was him, because he
No.
was like an outsider looking
Right,
at But it
no.
wasn't. They were just as rude to
Innately-
me as they were to him.
Yeah, just
right?
going through the
Right.
journey that is adolescence.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. And hormones are raging,
Of
and it's
course.
just it was crazy. But I think the key is setting boundaries, like knowing what you're going to do before you get in, and allowing the time, because it takes time. It took years.
What about the kid's father? Did they have any issues with Sam coming in, stepping into the role
No.
of father?
Because they were
Remember, he had 24 other kids.
Well,
Right.
I know
He was
the
busy.
youngest two's
Right.
father
Yeah,
had
and no,
other children.
Kevin and
but-
Keisha's father was fine with it.
Okay.
There was times when he would call their father and be like, "We're leaving here. We're coming over to your house." Oh, they did that. I think I told that story the other day. The kids called their father, Kevin and Keisha, the twins, and said, "We're leaving here. We're coming to live with you." And he was like, "Okay, you could come for the weekend." Right? And I called them, and I'm like, you could keep them, and I'll pay you child support.
Oh.
And you can keep them,
Okay.
and I'll pay you child support, and you figure it out how you're going to work it out with
Right.
them, right? They were back by Monday. They left on Saturday. He brought them back, and I said, "So what happened? Why didn't your father keep you?" And I was like, they were looking at me. I said, "See, this man here that provides a roof for you, food on the table, you're going to have to respect him.
You're gonna have to
because
respect
anyone that I
yeah.
bring to the house, whether it be a man, a girlfriend, a cousin, whatever, I bring them to the house, you must respect them.
Mhm.
I'm not bringing in anybody in the house that doesn't deserve respect. So whoever walks through the door, that's the deal.
Right.
So it took a while.
And I think some of the positive aspects, though, about that were the fact that because your youngest son and your youngest daughter were so young. They had an opportunity to see a father figure and
Right.
what the elements of husband and wife are all about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is very important for a foundational aspect
Right.
of children to see. And you brought that in. And not only did he just do and just your kids call him dad.
Right. Exactly.
Well, they got to see how dad loves mom, and that helps them
Right.
Right.
later on in life
Right.
Right.
when they're involved and
Right.
they're in
When
relationships.
they're in their
Yeah.
How they
entanglements.
should be loved and how they should love.
Right.
Right.
It's
What about you,
important to see
Taj?
that. Well, I I married a man who had a child. Alex's son I call him my bonus son because I've known him since he was about 6 or 7 months old. Because Alex and I were friends first. So I was introduced to him very early on in my friendship with Alex. And then when Alex and I started dating, he was 3. So Eric doesn't remember a time when his parents were together. He only remembers me and daddy being together and mommy and her husband being together. That's how he remembers it.
Mm.
And it was challenging. It was very challenging because in the beginning of their separation into their divorce, it was not amicable. There was a lot of strife. There was a lot of disagreeing, and there was a lot of tension. And I know I told you, I don't want to say race played a part in it, but culture definitely did because his ex-wife is Italian. I am not.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, she was waiting for your neck to go like this.
She was. It never happened, though, in her face. But but when we would have discussions at home, I was definitely like, oh, I don't think so.
Right.
Right. So I'm just saying. And the way we rear children is different.
Mm-hmm.
The way
Right.
that she dealt with Eric when he was with her versus the way we dealt with Eric when he was with us was just different. There was no right or wrong about it. In my eyes, there was no right or wrong about it. It was just different.
Right.
So there were some challenges there. There were challenges with him dating. I don't know if she wasn't ready for him to date. I'm not really sure. She was dating,
Would he go to you for certain occasions that he wouldn't go to her for?
for example.
Like getting permission from you for certain things that he knows his mother would say no to.
Oh, Eric?
Eric,
Yeah.
yes.
No. Not in the beginning. Now toward his the
Teenage years?
Yeah, it was the whole mommy daddy thing. He would go to Alex or he would come to me after he had spoken to her and she had said no. Yeah, he played that game.
They all do.
He played that game
They all
for
do.
sure. But when all was said and done, by the time Alex and I got engaged, got married, and had Aaliyah, things had taken a really positive turn, and it had gotten to a point where people were really surprised when we would go places together. And I mean, Danielle and I
Right.
would go places together in the same car. We would go grab coffee. We
Right.
were, we
That's the way
became
it's supposed to be, though.
after, yeah, because once
Because you guys also had healthy boundaries too.
we did have healthy boundaries, and we had to have a conversation. She and I had to sit down and have a conversation. Once their divorce was final, she and I had a conversation where we agreed that at the center of everything was Eric. At the time, it was just Eric. And we needed to make sure that he was loved by all parties. And we didn't want him to see, of course, there were disagreements amongst us, but we never wanted him to see that. So we had made a vow that we would never speak illy of the other in his presence. We had made a vow that we would continue to do things together as long as we could. They would separate their holidays, but once we moved, because at one point we were all living in the same
House?
Complex.
Oh,
complex.
Yeah.
Girl, no.
Right.
We weren't that blended.
I said the house.
Sister wives.
We weren't sister wives up in this piece now. Come on. But yeah, when we moved, when Alex and I moved out of our 1-bedroom apartment after we had gotten pregnant with Aaliyah and we were looking for more space, she had moved into a complex that she and Alex had lived in when they were married. She and her husband and Eric moved into that complex.
Okay, so she is remarried.
She is remarried.
Okay.
Yes. So
That helps.
Yes, it did. It was a
That
big
helps.
help.
That helps.
So she and her husband and Eric moved into the complex in July, and we bought our condo and moved in that September because we wanted to raise the kids together. We knew we weren't going to do it under the same roof, but
Right.
this was the next best thing.
Right.
And when I had Aaliyah, she doted on Aaliyah.
That's really good.
Aaliyah calls her Dante. She doesn't call her Danielle. She calls her Dante like Aunt Danielle. Yeah, they're very, very close. And there have been times when Aaliyah and I would disagree about something and we scuffle and she'd run to her.
She'll confide in her.
She'll confide in
Right.
her.
Wow.
That's a good thing,
And
though.
and I love the dynamics of their relationship.
Right.
So even now, Aaliyah will ask questions or Eric will ask questions about our time back then. And Alex and I are still very careful. We edit what we say because I don't want her to ever
Right.
look at her. And Alex comes from a blended family
Oh, okay.
because his father married his stepmother when he was 4, somewhere between 4 and 5. And his experience was not the best. So when we started seeing each other, he was very clear.
He didn't want her to have the same.
But he didn't have to have that conversation with me because I loved Eric from the onset.
Right.
You know, and I've always said I wanted to raise them alike. The same rules we have for Leah, we had for Eric, or vice versa. So I don't make a difference between the two. They are my children. When I talk about kids, I don't say I have a daughter and a stepson. I say I have 2 children.
Right.
He's my bonus son.
Yes.
Not of my loins, but of my heart for sure.
That's
Right.
right.
And he and I have a very, very good
And
relationship.
he confides with you as
He
well.
does. He calls me for advice. He confides in me, especially now that he's older and not as oblivious to the way the world works.
Right.
Right.
So when it comes to race relations, when it comes to romantic relationships, he'll call and he'll ask for advice, and I love that.
That's so special.
It is.
We
really
do.
is.
I think we have a very special relationship. He may not say so, but he's also a child. What the hell does he know?
That's true.
Well, that's very interesting because.
What was your experience like?
Well, I mean, from my dad, I had several stepmothers.
Yes.
So
that Jamaica need to spread
yeah,
his
man, him
seed.
spread the seed. But I always had a great relationship with my stepmothers from my father. I could work on the current wife now. We could work on our relationship. It's extremely strained. I'm gonna be honest. My dad, though,
Is your father at the center of the stream, or
uh,
is it independent of that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably is. I mean, he's got to do some work, I think it's just communication. And because, look, here you have a man who has married 4 other women before you. He had kids with all of them. I mean, sometimes you get a little competitive, You know what I mean?
Well,
Or
she
get in
knew
your
that.
feelings or whatever.
Did she know that walking into the marriage?
You know, I always wanted a relationship with all of his wives, all of them, and I want a relationship with her. So call me. My mom and my dad actually divorced when I was very young. So they divorced when I was about 2, and my mom raised me single parent, and then she met my stepfather when I was about 14 years old. But let me just tell you, a teenager. I hit that rebellious stage head on, okay?
Right.
Let me just tell you, I was not playing. And so, given the dynamics of my mother and our relationship, you know, we were very tight, you know, because it was just she and I.
Mhm.
And then when she met this man, and my mother wasn't the type of person where, like, I never woke up one day and saw some man laying in her bed. Like, I never even saw.
We don't do that.
I never even saw my mother really date. I only knew, like, 2 boyfriends that she had ever had.
Right.
So when this man came in and I started seeing that they were spending all this time, of course, I got in my feelings. Like, what are you doing with my mother?
It's my mother.
That's my mama.
Right.
Right? And so I don't care if I'm never home and I'm running the streets.
She's still
mine.
mother.
Right? So I gave my stepfather an extremely hard time.
Really?
I gave him an extremely hard
We
time.
can believe
I'm talking
it.
about we were bumping heads.
I can believe it, but
You
I
can
also
believe
know
it.
Mama Gaddy, so I know she's very like Nadiva.
Oh, she did. She did a say hello to Jesus for me.
Say hello to Jesus.
A few times. But what worked, what really bridged us together was my stepfather's son. See, when they both came together, he had one child, she had one child.
Is he
Okay.
older?
Yes. So my
Okay.
stepbrother is he's 6 years older than me, or maybe 4.
He doesn't
No, I
know.
think it's 6. Whatever. Brother,
He's older.
Brother, don't kill me.
I love you, brother.
Brother, come on,
You
Curtis.
brother.
Come on, Curtis. So one day, he lived in California. So he, you know, while they were dating, he said, "Listen, my son's coming to visit, and you know, we're gonna go out for dinner."
Okay.
I made sure I was available because I was just curious, you know, like, who is this? I want to know. So when he came, he was cool. I mean, but Cali people are like just so lighthearted. They're like, oh yeah, that's great.
Is he a Cali native? The son?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, well, no, actually, he was born in New York, but then his mother moved him over to.
It was a transplant?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So he, when he came, he was just so inviting, and I saw that he were the same, you know, similar in age, and he could sense because I was very adamant. I still even got pictures of us all together, one big happy family, and I'm the only one in the picture looking at my stepdad like this. Okay. So
Giving him mad side eye.
so he could sense the strain very early on, and one day we had a sit down, and he talked to me brother to brother, and we
you and
Brother-
he had to sit down.
yes,
Brother to sister?
brother to sister. Did I say brother to brother?
Mhm.
Brother to sister.
So glad I wasn't the one that caught
See,
that.
yeah, you didn't correct me this time.
I wasn't gonna. I was gonna let it ride. Yes, I was.
I'm sorry. I'm just
No,
trying to
let
make
it ride.
sure.
So no, we had to sit down, and I confided in him. He was my confidant. He
Okay.
was the one that I was able to voice all my frustrations and be like, you know, they went away for another weekend.
Without me.
Right, you know, and then so you know, he would always talk me off the ledge. Oh, hey sis, come on sis, you know, because he's like very mild mannered, like, hey sis. That's how he talks. Hey sis, come on, right? So,
You need that.
I
It's like
needed
kind
that.
of like,
That's
calm
right.
down, calm
Right.
down. We
But
got
also,
you.
my mother was very smart because she said, you know what, we're gonna wait until she's out the house to make this a marriage. And that's what they did.
Okay.
And good thing, you know, because I still was rebellious at 18. I was out the house at 18. By the time I hit 20, they was already engaged and walking down the aisle.
Oh,
and everything was all
fabulous.
said and done.
Okay.
And it's been a beautiful, like, creation ever since. You know,
Okay.
we go visit my brother once a year. There's just a wonderful dynamic. My stepfather is, like, so amazing. He goes above and beyond what a dad is supposed to do.
That's Sam.
And when I witness him and my mom and their life together,
That's what we try to do.
yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I always tell people, like, you know what? When the man comes in my life, he gonna have to really come with it because my stepdad, he set the bar up
bar
He set the
really
bar
high.
high.
He takes care of his girls. He takes care of his
Absolutely.
son as well, but
Yep.
he takes care of his family. So I was glad to at least have that implemented somewhere in my life so
Right.
I
It's a
could see
foundation.
that. But I just want to give a quick statistic very quickly. 40% of married couples with children in the U.S. are forming blended families right now.
Mhm.
Okay? That's from the militaryfamily.org. 16% of children live in blended families. The number of kids living in a blended family has been stable for nearly 30 years. Children of Hispanic,
time.
Black, and white backgrounds are equally likely to live in this type of family. Children from Asian families are half as likely as Hispanics, blacks, or white kids to be a part of a blended family. Because, Asians, they
It's for
Well,
life.
like,
It's for
yeah,
life.
like,
It's for life. You doing this bid until you take your
It's
last
a death do you
breath.
depart.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the last one is 6 of 10 women's remarriages created blended families.
Well, usually because remarriages are done later in life.
That was
so,
from Love
Right.
Right. So, of course, by then, you've had children and or he's had children.
Right.
So you're going to blend a family.
Right. Yeah.
People are getting married later.
And people
in
are
life,
getting
too.
married
They
later
are.
in life.
They are definitely getting married. Look at here. Look at me.
Come on now.
It's coming.
I told y'all, y'all
It's around the
kid
corner.
rearing days are not over
It's around
just
the corner.
yet.
It's around the
because,
corner.
I gotta get married and push out a one or two. But get ready for the hair braiding.
Oh, our kid rearing days aren't over because we're going to rear your children.
Of course.
Yeah,
You got
that's
the
what
right
she
hair.
said.
I ain't
She's
rearing
been
nobody
talking-
else's children except yours. Yours is the only one.
See how she is? You know how she treats me?
Yeah, I see.
She ain't
It's just
She
you.
ain't right.
I just want your babies to
Okay.
come.
Yes.
Lay on
to
Auntie Tasha's womb.
That's
Not
right.
my womb, Lord of mercy. My bosom.
sure?
I meant my bosom.
She trying to push it
My
out
womb is
too.
no.
You just wait
is
till
the
you
womb
get
is shut
home.
down.
I know. God have mercy.
But guess what?
You got a scripture for
I
this.
got a scripture
Hallelujah.
for this.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's
What
hear
do
it.
we got?
Well, today's scripture comes from actually 1 Timothy 5:8. And it reads, anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
Mm.
So that means, anyone that wherever you, man, woman, whether it be blended family or whatever, you got to take care of your family.
Take care of your family.
You got to
take care of your kinfolk.
whether it's from your loins, not from your loins,
All 26 of them.
all 26
Bye,
of
Tracy.
them. Lord
I'm just
Jesus.
saying. I'm just
all
saying.
26.
All 26 of them.
26 and
Well,
counting.
not 26 and counting, but all of them. Take care of them.
Yeah. Take care of them.
Do that.
That's right.
Right.
And, I just take my hat off to all those stepfathers out there, all those
stepped
stepmoms who stepped up to
Who
the
stepped
plate
up.
and aren't afraid to help in the raising process and also being an example
Mm-hmm.
for the children
Absolutely.
Right.
to live in a mom and daddy house.
Right. Exactly.
A loving environment.
But this was good. This was good, y'all. I had a great time with y'all today.
And
Always.
Always, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, listen, as I said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Make sure you share because sharing is
caring.
But also, everybody has to
Stay
Stay
divine.
divine.
stay divine.
Stay divine, y'all.
Stay divine.
We'll
Till next
see
time.
you next week.
Next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Until we meet again.